It's a rebellion, if you think about it, to draw things on paper and make mistakes. It's like anti-robot takeover, anti-AI perfectionism, anti-obliterating our own species with mechanical versions of ourselves. It's anarchy. Hello, good morning. So today we're going to go to a little cafe. We're going to do some illustration on our bullet journal, create the next spread for January, and work with a new color palette that's all like cool blues and silvers and really going into wintry color vibe. And then I'm going to work on some posts for my patrons. I'm doing a little photo journal where I take photos of like my creative process and little things throughout the week of my life and just cute moments. And then I put titles on them of what they are about and what's happening in them, or anything I want to share. And then I just share them on Patreon. So it's kind of like it's a photo journal. I'm still kind of sleepy. I think I made my black tea a little weak today, so just going with it, you know? It's healthier. I'm gonna have like a more relaxed day. My heart will be beating less fast, and that will probably be better for my nervous system anyway. So we're just going with it. We're embracing imperfection today, banishing perfectionism from our day, or trying to. Something I'm working on in life in general is trying to be less of a perfectionist. I'm trying to just move forward, get more momentum by not clinging on to every detail, needing everything to be perfect, and just moving through and making peace with imperfectionism and embracing humanness, especially in this era where art is being made by AI and everyone's painting on iPads, and everything looks so polished and perfect and amazing. But is it human? Is it human? I don't know. Some things are still made by humans. They're made with computerized tools. Maybe a topic for another time. But yeah, we're gonna go make some mistakes in our bullet journal today. That's what we're doing. I'm the best mistake my parents ever made. Celebrate mistakes, come on. Sweater's too small.
The prefrontal cortex, which we're talking about reasoning and executive function and being able to discern things, is compared to the amygdala, which would actually shrink, which is said to be the center of like fight or flight and emotional hijack and so on. I started meditating when I was 18 years old. If you practice, say, 15, 20 minutes a day at home, and then you are in a crowded situation and people are getting outraged and you're getting anxious, and you can bring that knowledge, you can bring that skill right there. But it's somehow being able to look at our inner landscape in a new way and having that kind of perspective that grows and changes.
And like
easy to slip into when you're an artist.
Yeah. Yeah. And kind of like this ongoing theme of like equating your self-worth with your productivity and like trying to break that. And yeah, like how do we redefine like what success is or what like even like productive is? Like maybe it's like something we have to change in our outlook or in our brain to be like, oh, well, actually my idea of success is having balance, and having enough time to rest, having enough time to be with people that I want to spend time with and not feeling guilty about it, I think is the hard part.
There's a question someone asked me once, and that was, what if just being you was enough? What if everything you've already accomplished was enough? What if you never had to do another thing and you were still valuable? So I think about that sometimes.
Yeah, that's been an ongoing theme for me all year. That's a real struggle, like, especially if you're like a gig working person at all or an entrepreneur at all. Like, I stop valuing myself based on my income or productivity or how many things I made or how many songs I wrote or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like also when your, income is so tied to that, it's like when something comes up and you're at in life and you're like, oh man, like I can't afford this, like I can't afford this, like doctor bill or whatever. And then you're like, oh, it's my fault because I didn't work hard enough. Where as opposed to like, if you, if you're an employee and you can't afford something, you're like, oh, this sucks. Like maybe I should get another job. Oh, but I like my job. I'll just stay here and I'll figure it out. And you don't the times that I've been an employee, I've been like, oh yeah, I wish I was getting paid more. But then it's like, who I'm angry at is actually my boss or the company I'm working for.
It's like, it doesn't feel like it's your fault when you're like working as an employee for someone else. You're like, they should be paying me more.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, they should be paying me more.
Giving me a better schedule. Yeah. Me more.
Or like, fuck the system.
It's all you.
Yeah.
But also when you're self-employed, hourly is different. It's more insidious than that. It's more like gambling. It's the tax that's going to make me 100 unexpected bucks.
Yeah, it's like gambling.
Where somebody falls in love and puts $100 in my hat. Like, am I about to get like a whale client? Am I about to get a huge donation? Am I about to sell 100 t-shirts?
Or is this piece of content I'm making only really for me and I won't make anything off of it?
Yeah.
Or is this the time that my weird passion project is so authentic that it goes viral? It could go, I don't know. Does nobody watch it? Does everyone watch it? Could go either way.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same part of your brain that gets addicted to gambling. And I think that's part of the compulsion because of the unreliable payoff.
We're all addicted to gambling. Except for Megan. You're smart. Megan's smart.
I've been asking myself this question lately. What if everything's going to work out perfectly fine no matter what I do?
That's very Taoist. I like it.
Isn't that crazy to just go? Then I would look back and go, I wasted so much energy. I aged myself. I aged my body and my brain and my face and my muscles and my neck and my shoulders from stress and my hands. Like, wasted so much time. I could have been doing other things that were fun, but I was like, I got to get this thing done because this might be the thing. I'm in the middle of a might be the thing project right now.
Yeah, it's a strange pressure when everything might be the thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to work for someone else, though, either. There's no way. So I wouldn't have it any other way at the same time.
Yeah, I can't go back to that. I've thought about it a lot this year and talked about it with my partner because we've been so tight on money because I'm usually a gig working freelancer, but I'm depressed and anxious and sick all year. And they were like, sometimes I wonder if, like, what if you just got a part-time job at, like, the coffee shop down the street or something? And I was like, I've done that. We've tried that. It ends really badly with like really aggressive burnout and like a different kind of burnout than like artist burnout.
Yeah.
Soul sucking burnout.
Yeah.
Like I'm just a dried up sponge that needs to be tossed out.
Yeah, I felt like that every time I've worked for someone else. But I think it's also because the nature of capitalism is you have somebody who's in control and they're they own the company and they put pressure on the other people who are the supervisors, and the supervisors put the pressure that they have to get the job done, but also the pressure that they're feeling from their higher ups on the employees. And the whole basis of capitalism is exploitation. It's like the purpose of capitalism is
to make as much money as you can off of exploiting somebody else's work. And so as an employee, you're just being exploited. That is your purpose. Your purpose is to serve this pyramid of exploitation. It's, and some, I feel like, you know, some small businesses, they maybe are nicer about it, but they still push you really hard because they're struggling. It's like, there's no way to spin it. At least if you are working for yourself, it's like, I mean, it is more like gambling, but you also, if you're like, man, I can't get up. I can't get out of bed. I'm just really feeling shitty, or you're like, oh, I'm sick, or not even. You're just like, I'm just not gonna be productive today because I don't have the energy. You can make that choice to just be like, I'm not gonna work today. I'm gonna stay in bed. You can, you know, take breaks whenever you want. You can spread your work day out to be a more healthy spacing, as opposed to like, I mean, no human person should work for 8 hours straight with a half-hour break. That's like, just, when in nature do you do that? Like, do people hunt for 8 hours straight? I don't think so. You know, they probably take a nap at some point.
But then we become our own boss and we go, oh, we can take a break whenever we want to, but sometimes we don't.
You never clock back in.
I just saw a great little meme online, or a reel, whatever it's called. And this girl said, part of my ADHD is not allowing myself to go to the bathroom. I have to earn my bathroom breaks. And I thought, oh my God, I think I definitely do that too. I'm like, if I can just pass this, then I can go pee.
Yeah. Whoa, me too.
It's like, oh, my bladder's all fucked up now from doing that for years. And I was like, shit. I don't want to have incontinence.
Capitalism has poisoned us all against ourselves.
Yeah.
As I have gotten older, I take New Year's resolutions more seriously. It just seems like a good time to set new goals and see how long I can stick to them.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm kind of trying to mentally lean into like, starting in the new year, I'm going to get good at this thing and I'm going to do these things and I'm going to make progress at this thing. Like, it's not going to be like last year.
Yeah, it's nice to have that fresh start. I started, like, the last couple years, I started doing I have like 2 New Year's per year. So I do I make vision boards and stuff on the New Year, but then I also do it again on the summer solstice to kind of reevaluate, because I feel like also a lot of times I set goals or ambitions or whatever for how I'm feeling right now, but then 6 months from now, those things aren't serving my evolved purpose,
right.
You know?
Some of them don't feel important at all anymore.
Yeah, every time there's new, around the new year, every year, I'm like, okay, this is a chance to just reevaluate. Packing up, moving the microphone, putting it in the microphone bag.
Thank you so much for watching and making snowflakes with me. and more snowflakes, and more snowflakes, and even more snowflakes. Next week, we're going to be making more snowflakes. What a surprise. So if you're tired of snowflakes, tough titty, because that's what we're doing. We're just drawing snowflakes into oblivion until we die, and then our bodies will be buried in the dirt, and the moisture from our bodies will rise up from the dirt, and it will join the clouds above, and then the clouds will rain down when it is at freezing temperatures, and we ourselves will be reincarnated as living snowflakes. So, snowflake you next time, and I'll, we'll just snowflake into eternity together. Peace out.